It's funny, I want to talk about all these things that I learned, but after this cup of tea, like all of this channel is just flowing out of me, and I'm just allowing whatever comes up. Like that's where the thoughts are jumping from thought to thought and putting it together because my mind is putting together it as I speak. So yeah, I'm just letting whatever comes out of me flow out of me and let it come naturally because that's like what it means to channel. When you're just letting what comes out of you come out of you, let it formulate its own story, then that's when you're channeling. That's when you know you're channeling. It's not a recorded script that you planned out. It's not idea that you're going based on. It's ideas that you've learned and it's coming together and puzzle pieces are coming and the creator is sending you more messages on what that means on a bigger scale, let's say, right? So, um, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even like for example, before I was gonna do this message, I wasn't even planning on doing a message today. Every time I say that, I wasn't planning on doing a message, and that's really what it is. I wasn't planning because I have so much content that I don't need to record messages right now. So I'm at that point where if I'm just not feeling it, I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling it. If it means that I'm gonna burn out by doing it, then I'm not gonna do that. Put myself like sometimes I've recorded tarot readings, and after that I felt like drained after it, and maybe because the energy was heavy in the reading or whatever I was pulling on, and I was like, oh, why did I do that to myself? Because now I feel like burnout, like my like I don't even, you know what burnout feels like. I felt like that, right? So I pushed myself too hard. But there's also the thing where consistency and hesitation. So, for example, I felt like I had energy flowing through me, and I was posting a video, and my little one fell asleep, and then I was like, okay, I have an opportunity, which is always the case when I get that opportunity, which is not going to stress me out by doing it, and I have energy flowing through me. So why not record the video? You just posted the video that you had, and as I was posting that, I was like, oh wow, like I'm posting this, but I've learned so much since then through a friend that I talked to, and they give me a lot of information on their perspective, super wise, and the Arcanics guy, and we talk about that as well, right? Our perception and how he breaks it down and whatever, right? So it's like all of these things come into your life at the exact moment, and this hesitation, I was feeling hesitant because the parasite tries to do that to you. It tries to get you off your consistency. It tries to throw you off your game. It tries to make you feel like what do you really have to say? And I wasn't really sure what I really wanted to talk about, but I was like, let me just turn on the camera because as I was watching the video that I just posted, that's what it was. It was me feeling in a funk. I haven't been feeling in a funk since I started going back to the pool, but I was feeling in a funk and nothing was coming in. Whereas now it was like something was coming in. I felt the energy flowing through me, and I was like, okay, it's time. I need to record something. So I just did it. I got over my hesitation, just like what I was talking about fear. If you want to record a video and post a video, you want to do something creative, you want to do anything that you feel passionate about, but your fear is stopping you from doing it because of how you'll be perceived by society, by these NPC, these I wouldn't say non-valuable players, but that's not what it's called, right? But like, I even read something today that was saying that humans are only 144,000 people. So it's like, it makes sense. I don't know if that exact number, but why only 1% of the population actually is authentic and thinks deeper and has a pure heart, because majority of the people have, my friend was saying it, that we were talking about it, is like they've like their consciousness, their soul has ejected from that avatar that they're in. So, okay, I guess it's time to get into the topic now. It's time to get into part two. But, hold on, let me just see that this sound is on. Hold on. So again, let me just say it. Like, it's important to lead with feeling and logic, because why are we meant to go into meditation and self-reflection? Is because we're meant to gain that self-awareness, to look at something and see, is this a feeling that is destructive? Am I not acting on this feeling because I'm scared of rejection or abandonment? Am I not acting on this feeling because of fear of how people will perceive me? Rejection too. Like, what is my reason for not acting on this feeling? And then if it's a feeling of like, oh, like say a romantic person, you analyze that and like, okay, do I really know this person? Do I need to build a friendship with this person to see who this person is? Or is my gut telling me that this is just a chemistry feeling and that this person is not really a good person for me, right? So it's like you can assess what are red flags, right? Like, and the thing is that sometimes it's like you need to get to know someone. That's why it's important not to rush into things, because get to know someone, see if they really care about you, see if they really value about you, because sometimes our fear of rejection and abandonment, that even if we have chemistry with someone, we'll write it off based on one or two things that they do that's so small, because we feel like, oh no, like this is, I'm going to be rejected and this is not good and blah, 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 blah. We build up a story in our head. So that's why it's important to just take things slow with people, build up a friendship, and see what's really there, right? Before acting on just chemistry and allowing ourselves to get blinded by chemistry and not really seeing if it's compatible and if you guys have the same dreams of the future and if you guys really align. Like, the person that you talk to, a romantic partner, every time you talk to them, you should feel somewhat giddy. You should feel giddy, not somewhat. You should feel guilty. Like, when you just look at them, you're like, damn, right? And you should feel like a sense of peace, like calmness. Like, what happens is when you're not comfortable with someone, you feel giddiness and you feel nervous around them, where you're like, oh my God, I can't act like myself. But when you have chemistry and compatibility with someone and someone makes you feel safe, then it's like, oh wow, like I feel so giddy around this person and attracted to this person, but yet I feel like I can say whatever's on my mind and be myself. So that's how you know whether it's chemistry and compatibility, and whether that's someone who's good for you, when you feel safe to be yourself around, when you feel safe to be authentic. And you only know that through building a friendship. And that doesn't take 1 month, 2 months. That takes like 6 months to a year to really know someone to a degree. And even then, we don't fully know them, right? So, again, feeling, but analyze those feelings and see where they're coming from. And, hold on. So now I'm gonna talk about how my knowledge has expanded and what I've learned since then of the scratching the surface on this Jason guy, Arcanix. Archiax. I think that's how you spell it. I forgot to write in the caption of my other video. I'll edit it when I get a chance and put it in, and hopefully I remember to put it into this video as well. But so basically what he says is that we're living in a construct, and that construct has been hijacked by a parasite that is like operating as a fake god. So right now we're in like a fake reality. However, the oversoul still has access to us because we have a direct source. We have like we're tethered to the oversoul. Like, we have a direct line to the oversoul. So wherever we are, whatever avatar we're in, we still have a direct source, a direct connection to source. So now this part I forgot is, it's either the oversoul or the construct. So the construct itself is neutral, and it just reacts on a behavior, which I've talked about before. But what did I want to say? Shoot, hold on. So even though the construct is reacting to our behavior, the construct is neutral. It that's why we keep getting the same sort of lessons over and over. For example, like if you're getting the same lesson where you're getting things thrown at you and you keep getting frustrated and overwhelmed in them, then until that moment where you stop getting frustrated and overwhelmed and you choose to change your behavior to react differently, then you're going to keep having those same situations over and over. So for example, say you go to work and every day your boss is like rude to you, yelling down your ear, telling you something that you don't want to hear, whatever. Until you, let's say, stand up for yourself, like choose just being like a mouse and not saying anything, say, hey, like, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. If you want me to do something, talk to me in this way. Like, standing up for yourself without aggression, just in a way where you're assertive, then you're going to keep getting that same situation, right? So it's like everything. That's why boundaries, right? We talk about boundaries. Boundaries are so important because they get you to change your behavior from just accepting the mistreatment that someone is doing towards you and saying, hey, like, I won't tolerate this anymore. I'm not going to talk to you or have any communication with you if you keep treating me like this, right? Family, friends, lovers, whatever the case may be, having boundaries with yourself. And like, even in relationships, like, say you're in the beginning stages with someone and everything's new and bubbly and thing, like, there's things that you might see that are red flags, that they might do things that offend you or make you feel like uncomfortable, and you don't stand up because you don't want to ruin the relationship, right? You don't want the person to run away. But those are the most crucial times to say, like, hey, like, I didn't like that you said that, and I don't want you to say that, or else, like, this is not for me, because I don't want someone who says those things or treats me those things, or even if they're poking fun, like, I say that's something that you don't like, that you don't like when someone pokes fun at you, you say it. If it's gonna bother you and it's gonna trigger you and make you feel uncomfortable, if you're a person that does like to be playful in that way, then cool, that's you, right? Like, then that's fine. But the things that are like, you're like, I don't like this, it makes me feel bad about myself, then stand up for yourself. Like, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself because of risk of losing that person, because then that means that person was never meant to be in your life. That means you would have constantly had to wear a mask and not being able to be your authentic self, and the relationship is built on a lie then, right? So it's so important to be authentic. And it's so funny because truth is, like, another creator that I was watching, like, they were talking a video about truth, and um I forgot the gist of what he was saying, but it was so good and it was so profound and it hit me so hard, and maybe I'm gonna regurgitate like some of the same things that he was saying when he was talking about it. But it's like, that's why truth is, like, I say truth is the highest frequency, right? And that's why truth, oh, he was saying truth is above love. And the reason why truth is the most crucial thing is because being true to yourself, authenticity is built on truth. You not being afraid to tell your truth to people, lovers, friends, family, out of fear of them rejecting you, judging you, abandoning you, whatever. Because by you sharing your truth, you're gonna align with the people who either have a similar truth as you, or the people who accept your truth and are like, cool, let me give you a safe place to land on, right? So I don't like, they'll be there for you, not judging you, not making you feel like shameful or whatever about your what your truth is. So it's so crucial. That's why authenticity is the highest frequency. Why? Because authenticity is built on truth. So truth and authenticity go hand in hand, and it's like, that's why I have this desire to want to know the truth more and more about everything, and that's what I spend majority of my free time doing, trying to discover the truth, because the truth is what helps me be more honest with myself and others, and not be afraid to be more honest with myself and others, because I'm like, me learning all these truths and putting these pieces together and still not knowing for sure, like, well, I forgot what that quote is, but like, the people that don't know are the ones who are the most wise, or there's not a quote like that, but something about, like, basically the people who don't know are the people that, like, um, let's just say the people who don't know are the people that are wise, but the people who think they know everything can never learn, right? Because they think they know everything already, so they, when they hear new information, they immediately shut it down. So how can you be how can you know what the truth is if you don't have that perception that you don't know anything, right? Like, you have that percent, I don't know anything, and I'm just trying to discover what I can, right? So literally keep being on this pursuit of truth, because whatever we're in, contract, prison planet, like, and it's funny because I was thinking about the prison planet and this contract and someone hijacking the system. That aligns with the prison planet theory too, because it's like the prison planet was that we were on Earth, and people existed on Earth, and then their DNA got mixed with this fake god, basically, right? So it's like, these are stories that people have been like telling themselves